Good morning, children. This is Karan sir, your assistant teacher. I welcome you all on this online portal of Scottish Public School. I hope you all are well and safe with your family. Unfortunately, we have to take these online classes due to the COVID pandemic and the schools are closed. So there is no options. We had to take the process ahead just online, and this will be today I'll be teaching you geography chapter number 1, and this will be the lecture number 2 of the chapter number 1, geography, class 8. So everybody, please open your book on the page number 135. Go to the page number 135, geography chapter number 1, lecture 2. So I hope you all are on the page number, same page 135. So here, go to the go to the top of this chapter, and I am just starting it from the mineral deposit. You all are on the same page? Have you got the line? Okay, let's continue it. And in the last class, I gave you some of the homework as well. There was a homework. You had to make the MCQs, matching columns, along with the fill in the blanks. A, B, C, and D you have to make. Now I told you to make these things. A, C, D. The numbering is wrong. No, A, B, C, and D. These 4 you have to make. So I hope you have done it, but I am very much disappointed that none of the students has shown their interest in this and they have not replied with their answers. So I hope today you will not disappoint me again and you will make it. Okay. The mineral deposit in Africa were not valuable to the natives as they were ignorant but their use, about their use. It means in this chapter is about resources. I told you there are many kind of resources, natural resources, man-made resources, human resources. But the most important of all is the human resource. It is the human resource that makes all other resources useful. They take it into use, they finish it as a usable good. So, the population of a country is called its human resources, and the kind of knowledge they will have, the country will develop that fast. Suppose that the kind of information and knowledge Americans are having, similar kind of knowledge Bhutanese or the Nepali people or people from South African continent, they are not having the same kind of advancement, knowledge, skills. Even Indians are far behind than in compared to the Americans and Japanese, French. They are more advanced, they have better set of skills than we have. They are making most of the use of their other resources. But suppose that here an example is given that the South African people doesn't know how to utilize their deposits, the mineral deposits. So that was of no use for the South Africans. When the European settlers explored and developed the mineral deposits, they became important resources. When the Europeans came to South Africa, they found that there are a lot of possibilities with the mineral resources. Natural resources are available in South Africa, but the people had no idea how to mine them, how to bring them out of the earth, and how to make those things usable, and how can they earn money from those minerals. They had no idea, the Africans. When the Europeans came, they were better human resources. They had a thinking mind in their heads, on their heads. So what happened? They came, they found that there is a lot of possibility. They dig it, and this is how South Africa became rich in minerals. But Until the Europeans have entered that country, they had no idea that what kind of resources, what kind of good things we have. They were unaware of that. They were ignorant kind of people, or they didn't have that idea or set of skill to do that. In developed countries, resources have been utilized efficiently, while underdeveloped countries are yet to fully exploit their resources as they do not have the required technology. It means if you talk about countries like Bhutan, countries like India, other countries, many other developing countries, they doesn't have the kind of technology that is required to exploit the natural resources. Suppose that in India we have like a petroleum deposit, crude oil deposit, but doesn't have the technology to find where it is, whether it is in Bihar, whether it is in Bengal, whether it is in Assam. We can't find and explore that where the crude oil deposit is there. So what will happen? We will not know our strength. And what happens? This is how our resources are going into vain and we are not taking benefit out of that. But those who have the technology, suppose take an example of the social media like Google, YouTube, Facebook, Insta, whatever we are using right now today in India, all are developed by the Americans and they are mostly used by Indians. We don't have the brains to develop those kinds of applications and websites. But we are very much ahead in copying others' ideas. It means these products or these websites like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever we are using, who has developed those things? They have developed. It means it clears this example, clarify all the doubts that the Americans have a better technology, they have a better skill set, they have better thinking brains than we have. In India, people like to eat and sleep. They just enjoy their life. They don't bother about scientific developments. Nobody thinks to invent new thing. Nobody bother about doing a new thing, bringing a new thing into the world. But American, Chinese, French, Japanese, Russians, even the small kids are thinking or making something new. They are trying to develop a new thing. They are trying to invent something. Always they are engaged. Here in India, our education system is also not that efficient, which enable the students to understand how to make this, how to make this. But now most of the students are searching the same thing, how to make on YouTube. But who has made this YouTube? Americans have made. And we people don't bother to develop new things. Whatever we see, we just doing. We are just living in comfort zone. And we like to eat, sleep, eat and sleep. Play, eat, sleep, talk, politics, watch cricket, sleep. This is our lifestyle. That is why we doesn't have the good thinking brains. We have not developed the inventors. Any of the inventions, you cannot say that whether you can take electrical products or in the field of science and technology, all the recent developments in the recent decades of the years are done by the foreigners, not by Indians. We keep saying that we have given zero, we have given like decimal system, we have developed this. Whatever 3-4 things we have developed, we just keep on taking those names. But what about the new developments? We have not developed. We haven't developed the aeroplanes, we haven't developed the electrical fence, we have not developed the mobile phones, we have not developed anything like that. What world follows? So this is the thing where we have to pull our socks and get ready. You students can do wonders. Just elaborate your thinking, enable yourself, skill yourself, and try to do the wonders to the world. Okay? So, in developed countries, people are having better set of skills than the people are having in the developing countries. Okay? The importance and use of the particular resource also changes with the time. It means particular resources, suppose that 500 years back there were crude oil, petroleum products on the earth, but that was of no use because there were no motor cars. Where you will put your petrol or diesel? There were no